Hello and welcome back to EPIC45 with Inter, where you join us for the grand finals. This is it. We've had about 3 or 4 finals, and this is the one that matters.
Yeah.
This is the one that...
Not the upper final, not the lower final, not the consolidation final, the grand final.
This is it. This is the one that you want to win. If you could win any one of the finals, you'd win this finals.
Yeah, this is the one, right? Yeah.
When we invite Geralt into the game?
And one player doesn't want to join already. There we go.
Okay,
he's there.
Okay,
Alright,
there we go.
lovely.
That's a good start to the finals. One player not joining.
Now,
we're
again,
in, we're set up, we're good to go.
Yeah, just I know how I explained this earlier, but we'll to go over it again.
Yeah.
Because of how the system we works here, and there's a lower bracket, and Geralt has already won, and he's going in as the winner. He gets a 1-0 map advantage. So this is a best of 7, but he is 1-0 up, essentially. So there will be a maximum of 6 maps.
Best of 6, yeah. So there are 9 in the pool. And one player, the upper bracket player, picks a veto. They're like, we're not playing that map. And then the losing bracket player is like, okay, I started this. Okay, they're saying, actually 1 sec.
Yeah, I know, I like that.
They're saying, I started this series having lost that map. So they both have 1 veto, basically.
Also no history.
Also no history.
Yes.
I don't know why. Why would you?
I don't know. Like, it's being streamed, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Jancis is just adjusting his headphones. So we'll get into the game really shortly. We're going in order. Ready?
Yep.
And we have to work out which got vetoed. Okay.
Yes.
Tokamak, which is really normal. Leyline's also pretty normal. Incorporeal, those are probably the 3 we've seen most.
Yes,
They're
the most common.
4 Pylon, 5 Ultra Love, 6 Torches.
Yeah.
So I guess Torches...
Have we seen Torches this tournament?
Maybe once.
You
might not have been here.
I don't think I
So I guess both players are ready, so we'll hop into the game.
Alrighty then.
Game
Get
starting.
ready.
So I think the vetoes, I'm struggling to remember both. One of them is definitely the
Last
3-player map,
Last
Fantasy.
Last Fantasy is 100% been vetoed by...
Oh, so the last one is Maganatha.
Oh, yes, Maganatha.
So Maganatha, so before this all started,
yes.
I was like, Fjant, explain the maps to me real quick. I was like, tell me which ones you want to play, which ones you don't want to play.
Okay,
he says, Maganatha you don't want to play because it will go cut map. Like, they'll split map, and it's big, so it'll always go to late game.
Yeah, that is actually very true in what I've heard. And for this grand final, spawning in the top right, it is the Swedish player coming over here for his first Epic LAN, and he's in the grand finals. It is Fjant.
Somehow already broken it. How do I do a best of 7? There we go. Wasn't quite pushing all of the right keys.
There we go.
Spawning in the bottom left, playing in the blue for Team Streamer Zone. Hailing from Poland, hoping to win, I believe his 3rd, question mark, Epic LAN. Here in the summertime is Geralt.
Yes. Yeah, love to see it. And we're going to have a few of these matches where the first two minutes is going to look very samey. Unless Fjant goes something really crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on it, you know. I wouldn't bet on it. He's already not got a hatch down.
Yeah, that is...
yes,
it's a proxy hatch.
So, yeah, well, you said the first 2 minutes was samey.
Yeah.
Is this samey? Are you not entertained? The hatch is not in his base. This is Geralt's base.
This is the
Your eyes do not deceive you.
Oh, he pulls 5, not 6 workers? I thought you pulled 6 workers there.
I think 5 is okay. I think 5 is all right.
Is it 5 and you build a Zealot?
Yeah, I think you will get a Zealot behind this.
Yeah.
But I believe this isn't like anything. I think this is not all in at all.
Yeah, this is just I'm going to throw you off your build.
Yeah, I think he's going to cancel that. I think the plan is always to cancel that. So I think he's going to go for his own hatch back home with his next lot of minerals.
Yes.
This is always 100% cancelled. That's maybe why he's only pulled 5. He's like, I'm not pulling 6 because I know you're not going to do anything with it. And if I pull 5, I don't feel so bad when you cancel it. Maybe.
I mean, look at that. He's actually going to get it just before it finishes. Look at that. It's so mathematically calculated. I love it.
Yeah. There we go. Little Evo block, but that's seconds.
Yeah, and then send it all.
Geralt technically can't afford it, but now he's going to be annoying with this drone because there's no point bringing it straight home. Can have a look around, see in the main. We see some interesting things like this second gas wasn't taken yet, which means that the starport I guess will be a bit delayed. Stargate even. Yeah, he maybe wants to snipe it, so Geralt is now trying to block it so that he can't go around and steal it.
You actually do need to get a second pylon earlier than you would normally, right?
Pylon or gas?
Pylon, no?
He's got 2.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
I'm blind.
He's doing all right. No, you may be right, actually. Yeah, you might need a 3rd quicker. Because this will be delayed. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. But this means that Fjant goes straight into 3 hatch. So like it's relatively delayed because his first hatch was not in his base.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, the Protoss pulled a bunch of workers, like a third of them more or less, third or a quarter, made a Zealot, which like is 100 minerals you don't want to spend. It makes the game a little bit weird.
It sends somebody off that early game in a way that you would not normally be. And if you've practiced playing out of this situation more than your opponent's practice playing in it, then you're in a good spot, right?
And I think there aren't many people that play this way. I really don't think there are like a lot of ladder players that play this regularly. Really, probably even fewer tournament players that play this way.
You know that Larimbo is sitting next to Fjant right now, right?
He's not. He's a ladder player. He's not the ladder I mean. He's sub 6k ladder. I'm thinking above 6k ladder.
Okay, fair.
Like the people like, I think young Yakov might play something like this, or like Wayne. They'll all sort of play weird stuff, but it's always the Russian.
Who's that? Mia Micah was another, not proxy hatch, but he was another.
He'd play all sorts of random stuff.
I can't remember how high he got, but he was pretty good.
Probably nearly 6k, like 5.
Yeah, he was very good.
Anyway, Fjant gonna poke at the front, sees actually 2 gates both producing. This tells him something. Like 2 adepts is all you need, so to make 3 tells you a little bit. It is going to be Stargate and the Oracle.
Yeah, the Oracle's popping out.
Fjant actually going to see this quite late. This Overlord will be the one to scout it. It's going quite a long way.
Oh, we want to charge it, yeah. It's hard to get that overcharge. I mean, the links now see it. That's good for him.
That's really nice.
And we'll probably see 1 Spore go down, then Queen's positioning.
It would probably be Spore here, and then Queen's here.
Yeah.
But you can delay it quite a lot with the Queen's in really nice position. You can see his drone count's doing really well.
Yeah.
Up just a few workers.
Again, it's always the brilliance of Zerg to be able to pull off from this situation, like how many drones they can get so quickly after doing an unusual opening.
Yeah, and we saw in his series earlier, like we should say, these players already played once again already today. Did go Geralt's way that time in a quick 3-0, but this is part of playing a tournament, in particular playing this tournament.
Yes.
Is like, I'm going to play this guy twice. Do I show all of my builds? Do I give my whole hand away? Do I like pull everything weird that I've got planned out so that he knows and sees it? Because really the only advantage you get is 1 map. So you're using like potentially at least 3 builds to get a 1 map score. Doesn't make much sense. So we'll see if Fjant has more stuff planned. I mean, this is going to be a little bit bad. His lings are a bit out of position because they're across the map.
Gets 3 with potential for more, and actually a lot more.
It's definitely going to be more. Because even when this one dies, there's still these that one shot. So 6 going down has really evened things out. It's really unfortunate for Fjant. Oh, please kill that, buddy.
Oh no, the cancel. The awareness is so good on Geralt there to cancel the shade.
Yeah. But this is just nerves and jitters from Fjant, I'm pretty sure. I mean, the flip side of that is that the Oracle burned all of its energy. So, like, Fjant definitely leveraging the multitasking. But so far, coming off a little bit worse from it, losing 9 workers total. If this gets cancelled, that's really bad for Geralt. He doesn't have an overcharge. He must have just used it.
Yeah,
so he does have energy.
He has energy.
But Fjant might just decide to right-click this, and I don't know that these die before
it's
the
actually really going to be really close.
No, he's got it for 100%.
Yeah, the extra link's coming in. Huge.
That's really good. That's really good. Nice move from Fjant. He's even going for Dropper Lords. There's 2 Dropper Lords back home. So now, is he bringing the Queens? Because he could easily bring the Queens and go for a big like Roach Ling push. Or he can drop the Roaches in the main, but no, this is going to be a Queen pull. See, we saw a Queen walk. And he like did the Queen walk, didn't work, pointless, bad, didn't like it. This game he's like, why would a Queen walk like a Queen drop?
Yeah, exactly.
And like if he had this in the chamber the whole time, it was like, okay, this game I'll play Queen drop. I think that's a good build.
Yes.
He didn't show this earlier. It's a really smart way to play the series. So there's going to be a few stalkers in the middle of the map. He's currently baiting these away. So he's running the Lings around to try and bait the stalkers to chase them.
Yeah.
Baits the Oracle to turn
I'll
on.
take the energy on the Oracle is really big.
And actually, did he lose an Oracle? There's only 1 here. Oh, 1's just chilling in the main. Okay, awesome. But he gets straight in on top of these Stalkers with the Queens in the Overlords. This is no units here for Geralt. So this third is going down 100% once again.
Yeah, and again, no, like I said, the battery, no ability to overcharge the battery or to give it energy again. Even if the Oracles come back in, 4 Queens fighting is really strong. Creep down starts going to get down there.
Oh, I love
more
this.
Creep tumors coming down and more Overlords spreading creep over the thing. Once his third goes down, he won't be able to rebuild it on location because of the creep.
Yeah, that's really good as well. And he's so far away from any detection. He's relying on the Oracles for detection, and he needs to use all of the energy up right now. Mostly now it's about the Ling reinforcement. So he's done with Roaches more or less for a little bit. These are all Ravagers, and he just needs to make Lings to get around these Stalkers. I think he needs to play a little slower and start to siege the front, buy all down some of these buildings.
Blink is done, and he just, like I say, a lot of Lings kind of died, but not a lot there. Oh, now Blink forward. That was really bold.
That's really aggressive, but there isn't really a front front line for Geralt here. He's maybe overplayed his hand as these links come through. I think Blink is probably just coming off cooldown again now. Overall, probably not a bad trade for Geralt.
Yeah, the third is up and mining as well, so, you know...
He needs to transfuse. Okay, that was good. Good transfuses. I mean, even now, the creep here is going to be really annoying. The worker count is actually favouring Geralt still, so Fjant maybe hasn't done enough here, but I think the push is still not completely held.
Yeah, this is not quite done yet, but again, the Queen's now starting to go down. If an Oracle is being built in the background, it's not. We're on pure Stalker.
Yeah, only on the Stalkers for the hold here. Geralt's starting to pick off the Overlords, but like the Overlords have kind of done their job. These Queens are pretty pointless. I've seen Fjant drop these Queens in the main when they're done. Like, they're not really needed at home. So I feel like this is kind of okay for Fjant. Does want to keep these units alive, like the Ravagers, I mean, are just like so expensive on the gas count. And they do scale decently well into the into the game. That was a mercy killing.
I was about to say, he like didn't finish it off because the bio was going to get it, you know.
These Overlords are going to go down, and that is going to hurt. But in the meantime, a lot of creep are in the middle of the map. He can keep spreading this way, this way.
Lings running towards the natural, but yeah, they're being thinned out by
I mean, now Fjant needs to be really careful because Geralt is actually going in with kind of a proxy of his own. Yeah.
Is there a Twilight Council? Oh, yeah, obviously there's Twilight Council. Sorry, is Charge done as well?
Good question. No, just Blink, straight to Blink. Fjant sees this now. I think he saw it with the Lings that were running around, so
yeah, that would make sense.
Hopefully he can depower that. Hopefully for Fjant.
Yeah, the backup pylon, the tasteless pylon going there.
Yeah, does barely go down, but Geralt's going to repower. Okay, never mind, doesn't even go down. He's going to repower it anyway.
Warp in over the
so many Stalkers here, and Fjant's just so supply blocked. Like, he really can have enough units to hold this, but
yeah,
just the supply block is hurting him so bad. And another Overlord just went down as well. I would pull workers like ASAP because we really need to hold this base for Fjant. We really can't afford to bleed off too many of these units as it will just snowball out of control. Let's see how he goes with holding the Stalker push on the front.
First warp in from the proxy coming in now as these Stalkers get more reinforcements. Geralt is unsupply blocked and has more supply than Fjant does. And Fjant is still backing up against the supply block, unable to produce now 20 more links coming on. That's going to be his main level of reinforcement. And until the other stuff dies, he's not going to be able to rebuild more things.
Yeah, it's so many Ravagers here, and he is starting to get into a really nice position to use them. With more links coming through, I feel like this is a really good spot for Fjant. Eating a couple of his own bios there, unfortunately.
Yeah, there might be a big blink forward in a minute. I feel like Geralt could...
Yeah, I mean, as the Lings get thinned out, the Ravagers get, start to get really squishy and really exposed. I think Fjant, I thought was going to give this base up, and I think he thought he was as well. He actually pulled all the workers to the other base on the other side. It's really good for him. Just needs to hold here. Just a few more Lings to hold this.
Oh, wow.
Pulling the Queens for transfuses would be huge here as well.
The constant biles coming down there. He's stacking them out really nicely, and it's starting to work out really well.
Yeah, and playing around this ramp in particular is so nice. I think that's why Geralt is warping in Zealots this side, so that he can keep vision at the top of the ramp here.
Charge has only just started, so if this game does go on. But for this attack, it's not going to be really that impactful. Just bodies getting in the way, extra hit points.
It's the same role that the Lings play for the Ravagers as the Zealots for the Stalkers. Once again, I think Fjant might just barely be holding.
Well, 11 more Roaches coming out. But Geralt is an absolute macro machine. He's back up to 80 workers behind.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy. I mean, he's not spending his money down. He's just making workers like passively in the background. I think Fjant holds here. I mean, this pylon is important because it's the only thing that gives range to warp in on this side of the minerals. So that's nice. It does like... push the Stalker warp slightly back. These are so bruised. Yeah, I think Geralt's playing with fire a little bit here. I mean, Fjant is obviously not a great spot. Is kind of put quite all in here, I feel.
The army supply is looking very advantaged for Fjant, but again, most of that is in Roach Ravager.
Roach Ravager, which just doesn't scale that well.
Yeah, it's not the most impactful.
That was nice. So Fjant doing a bit of a backstab with the Roaches, obviously with the creep here has really good vision, does force a recall. I mean, they are going to get caught in the middle, but like think about how much space it gives Fjant.
Yes.
He can go and clear these out, start to reset, probably drone up a little bit behind.
Oh, this is a bold warping. I don't like this.
Yeah, those are all going to go down.
And it's important thing there is that if you kill the pylon while the units are warping in, you get Protoss gets full refunded on it.
And the cooldown on the warp in.
Yeah, and the cooldown on the warp in is refunded. Yeah, so letting that finish and killing the units is 100% a lot better.
Yeah. Fjant going to be a bit annoying with these Lings, and I think Geralt is kind of going to fall for the bait a little bit and try and chase them around. Fjant, on the other hand, just droning up. Does have a long way to drone to get back up to 81. It's crazy that Geralt can do this. Nice run by here for Fjant. Obviously, this will never get walled because the creep can't really be cleared for such a long time.
It's
really nice run by.
A pain to have to clear that area of creep. But it will be something he needs to do if he wants to wall that off.
Yep.
He is instead expanding to the north side.
And taking another pylon on this.
Yeah, trying to
on this
again.
gateway.
You got to be persistent with these ideas. You know, if you want to build a proxy gate, is he going to cancel it? I don't think he can.
No, I wasn't looking at time. But on the other hand, he's going to push over on the right-hand side with the Stalkers and blinking in to get here just that little bit quicker. This is rough for Fjant because this base is 100% going to go down. A lot more workers are going to go down as well.
But
actually,
the
third getting Link flooded is nice as well. So I think we're going to trade a base for a base. It's whether Geralt thinks he can keep going, and he does.
Okay, charge is now done and in place. So these zealots running into the main are going to be absolute menaces.
Yeah, that's so rough for Fjant. He just doesn't have enough units here to defend the Stalkers, and then has to split some off to go and kill the Zealots.
Yeah.
So
big vials being eaten there.
Yeah, I think Geralt is actually starting to get a little bit out multitasked. You can see he's kind of focusing over here and warping in and defending this. Yeah. Maybe even microing in the main a little bit, which Fjant is dealing with really well. A lot of these Stalkers are much weaker than they seem. And the Lings coming back from the run by.
If there's no recall here, this is really bad. All these Stalkers are
yeah, they're going to recall in this corner, I'm sure.
I don't know if it's on cooldown still.
Oh, it might be on cooldown. Yeah, I think it's on cooldown and he thought he had it. That's crazy.
Okay, he is able to trade out for a decent amount of the Ravages. But this is a
trade has gone back in Fjant's favour. It's a great start to the series.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have, I think, another Zealot run by on the right getting ready to go in.
Yeah, I mean, these were warped in defensively and then just sent across.
Right,
And it's really nice that this has been taken out because he now can't retake it, obviously, with the creep there. I mean, it's an uphill battle for Fjant, but this is going much better than the first series he played.
Oh, I forgot how red health this was.
And this has only just started again, so that will be cancelled once again.
And actually, yeah, if it suddenly comes down to only 2 hatches, but don't get baited in. He can't go too deep into this. Zealot's doing a good fight on the right there. He's going to walk the Stalkers back. Okay, this is fine.
Yeah, he has dragged the kind of defensive force that Fjant had over on the right to deal with these Zealots back, so that is a little bit unfortunate. Even going to hemorrhage a couple units on the way out as well. Geralt has bought a lot of time, so Storm is now almost complete here. Fjant going for Burrow. I'm not sure what that's for, but maybe Burrow Roach? Did he already get the Roach upgrade?
No, he hasn't.
Burrow Roach, it's an idea, but there's a lot of cannons already made. Geralt always makes loads of cannons, so these will be cannons.
Does Fjant know about this 9 o'clock base?
This one?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Yeah, not really.
No, he doesn't. Yeah,
I mean, he may know because of where the unit's pathed from.
Yeah.
And he knows that he can't have this one. So implicitly he may know.
Okay,
this
finally an observer is coming out so he can clean this up, but it's not going to be able to done in time because a big attack is going to jump onto
That's really nice to pick up this Immortal before it can get clumped up with the rest of the army. Fjant going to have to go aggro here. I mean, knows he's been down in workers all game. And I feel like this puts him quite all in. He doesn't want to go fully for it, though. That's interesting. He's starting to pull back.
Yeah, and I wonder why. Maybe he thinks he's... maybe he doesn't think he's as behind in works as he thought.
I think finding an angle to attack is just so hard.
Yeah, that's also a big problem.
I think, the supplies are showing in Geralt's favour. I really like his position here, despite that. I think, keeping up with these Zealot run bys, even these 2 can threaten the hatch like this.
Yeah, it's really
not these particular 2, but 2 theoretical Zealots can. He has so much map control and vision. Just from being so aggressive all game, and this actually literally just finished. You can see from the creep spread, and I think it's going to go down once again. Fjant is going to be forced to run from this angle only, and it's going to get a lot of storms. And I think this may be, the start of the end. I'm not saying that Fjant's imminently tapping out, but I feel like he's forced into such bad fights. We saw him up in supply, now down in supply, forced into roaches. He has no tech. He has no other options really. I really don't like his spot here. That blink was interesting, and he's out of Storm now, but I mean, these Archons are going to get done morphing, and they're also really scary. But Geralt is getting a bit out multitasked as Fjant walks in on the right. Like I said,
base at the top,
the base at the top finally gets taken out by the Zealots, but this is really bad for Fjant, and I think we're imminently going to head into game number 3.
I love that he went back and focused on that. You've got to make it down. When Zerg has no hatcheries like this, even if they have all the money, it's just so hard for them to actually produce anything.
Yeah, and I would really suspect that Fjant would start to bank as this game goes on. It's a rough one to start. 17 minutes, it didn't feel like it, did it?
That did not. That actually went really quickly. Yeah,
Crazy.
It was a really solid back and forth game. A lot of action going on there, as we see in the instant replay here. Again, so many big moments here. This started off by looking so good for Fjant, being able to deny the third, then getting this creep down here and really forcing this attack and engagement. And then, but Geralt again is so calm. Then was able to set up an outpost to counterattack from again, and then he pushes that, and pushes it, and then gets another gets a 5th base in the top. And I think it was that 5th base that really swung it for him, because Fjant didn't know about that for such a long time that I think Fjant thought things were more even than they actually were. This part here where the Stalkers all got trapped, that was a really bad and really unfortunate situation. Again, really appreciate and really like how good that these players are at making the use out of those situations. He still picked off 3 or 4 extra Ravagers. So it's not a trade he would willingly take every day of the week, but it was a trade that, you know, he was able to make in a bad situation.
Yeah, no, I was just setting up the game while you were talking to us.
I
Got
know,
a bit
yeah.
quiet and
No,
everyone's
I know.
wondering where I walked off to. I just snuck out while you were
You're giving
while
the
you were nattering
secrets
away.
away. That's why I was talking, you know?
Both players are ready, so we're going to hop into game number 2/3.
Yes.
You're groaning because of your football injury.
I have my foot.
We're both struggling here, so we're going to get that game going. Number 2 on ley lines.
Lovely. Let's have a look and see what we can do. What map is this? Ley lines.
Ley lines. Don't think I dislike this one. I think this one's okay.
No.
I think it's alright.
I've only vetoed Torches and Last Fantasy.
I think the same. Yeah, I think the same.
Torches is such a Terran kind of map, you know. So we are going to be getting into game 2 in just a moment. The players are loading in, and then yes, and here we go. So for the second time in this series, despite the score being 0-2, spawning in the top right, it is our yellow Swedish third player from Team Roddy. It is Fjant.
12 pooling. Playing the bottom left, playing the blue for Team Streamer Zone. It is Geralt.
Okay, and I'm liking the proactive decisions here, though I'm very worried.
Yeah, I like that last game. The aggro was good, the queen drop was nice, didn't get enough done, but the ideas are good, and that's the important thing.
Yeah.
Did Geralt see this? Surely, right? There's no way he snuck that.
But sometimes when you see it at that time, you
don't
let it go
see
to take the third, and then you go and check the main for a pool.
Yeah,
That's like
that's true.
Yeah. So
but surely now he knows that it has to be proxy hatch. Let's see. He knows what it is.
This is
going to be a hatch here.
Oh, he's not going to put it in the wall?
He should.
I agree he should. Larimbo would be like showing at him right now. Oh, so he was waiting for the minerals.
Yeah.
And now, perfect. You have to fight. Yes,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's like it's so funny to like explain to somebody else like what that means. You have to let your unit get hit, because when they hit, they stop moving.
Yes.
And then they aren't in the way to block. So he like deliberately spaced it so that he let one unit take one hit. Let the drone take one hit from the probe stops moving, then the drone can move away and get the hatchery down. Otherwise, if they're just like chasing, you can never get it down, and it's
and he got the zealot into like that inside position, but not in the wall. That's actually really good.
I
thought he was going to have to do it like where the probe is on the outside, which means it can get attacked by these links.
Yeah, for sure. It doesn't really matter though. Like you kind of do want a nice spot so that you can hit the lings.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you have to give the gate up. I think the cannon is probably done in time to save the gate.
Yeah,
he's
going to have to re-wall slightly, but
I think Fjant can fit 5 lings in here. It really looks like he should be able to. In any case, he is going to cancel this hatch. Like, you can technically keep it and make spines here if they don't go for a cannon. If they go for a cannon, like you can't. So he's always
the cannon. This. That's why. Do you know what? I've tried to hold this so many times without a forge. Oh, he gets the adept out as well. That's really huge.
Yeah, that is big. It doesn't. I feel like it doesn't matter too much. And look how awkward this wall is. But again, doesn't matter too much. With the cannon out, he's super safe. And this is from a 12 pool. I'm sure there is a method to like take 2 gases, put a bane nest down, and like try and bust through some like weak part of this wall. But that's not normally the plan.
It's really risky though, because again, with 1 gate or even 2 gates, there's enough pylon power to like put 2 gates forward.
And then re-wall.
And then you've got.
In any case, I feel like if they over defend even slightly, you're in such a bad spot because like you're ruling into someone that's like over defending. Ideally, you'd win if they under defended, and you'd win if you macro out and they over defended. You know? Tricky one for sure. Geralt is going to start to head out. I think he can. No, I think he can because the cannon is fine.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, these are only slow lings, so they can't really threaten the adept. He does need to be a bit careful because like if he isn't watching too much and this gets surrounded, he can obviously lose it still. So a little bit tricky.
And there you go,
Once again, the idea of this opening, like it seems really aggro. Like he's building buildings across the map. He's proxying. It should be all in. It's not though, is it? So he just uses this opening to get a little worker lead and get into 3 hatch really cleanly, really early. Does let these 2 adepts slip by, so he needs to start his lings of his own. Otherwise, he's likely to lose quite a lot of the drones that are over here.
Oh, yeah, I love doing this kind of stuff. Like, whenever the Zerg makes the early game weird, getting 2 adepts out feels so good. Because often they either want to be really greedy and build a lot of drones, or they're building a lot of lings, and, you know, you get to see it, you get to scout it. Hopefully you don't lose the adepts, but again, the drone count is in your work count is in your favor.
Yeah, for sure. I see what you mean. A few going down, but Fjant is doing a really good job of managing it so far. I mean, he's losing a lot of miner times. Like, he has half the income right now of Geralt, but I think these adepts, I was going to say they might be trapped. They're not. Obviously, they can just shade out.
Yeah, he's going to commit a bit further. One adept is going to die before the shade finishes, which is really nice. Because now you can more or less reactively defend drones. Oh, though 2 more go down.
Bad luck. Couple going down. He just didn't morph them in time, couldn't get them away in time. So even when there was only 1 adept left at the end, he still lost a few workers. So, you know, if he'd lost 2, he'd be even in workers. I think he'll catch up quite quick because he's producing from 3 hatcheries. But we'll see how that
He's going to let that spine finish. He's started the 2nd spine as well. Because he knows, well, I don't know if he scouted it with the Oracle, but it was the same bet.
Kind of no. That was a nice wall to save the adept over here.
Oh, this adept sneaks past. No, that is.
Yeah, I think this one's going to go down. This one will eventually, and then this one will as well. I think he could have preemptively got behind this one. Anyway, the Oracle is going to come in and pick up a couple kills.
Oh my god, the spore buff. Every time I see that, like, I took like 4 hits, that Oracle, and I was like nearly dead.
Should get buffed even more. There's no way it should get 3 workers when I've already built a spore. That's crazy business.
3 workers got. Oh yeah, no, wait,
got 3.
Yeah, it did get 3. Wait, how many gone down in total then? Like 9?
9. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Damn. Okay. Well played. Well played.
Yeah. So Fjant's got to be really on top of the positioning as this 2nd Oracle comes in. Get his queen in good position. So 2 over here. There's only a spore over here, and that's a little bit worrying.
Yeah.
This one isn't even done. Yeah. That's unfortunate.
But not before another 3, 4,
barely
5 drones.
Yeah. Oh, and actually, a lot of adepts coming across the map as well. I think this might be the beginning of the end.
Yeah,
there's just no units here.
Yeah, no.
16 in production, but it's like how many drones are we going to lose in the meantime?
Yeah.
He's even forced to pull the queens this way. Then he just shades through, and like we've got no other queens to deal with it. So I think, unfortunately, Fjant might have just
incredible reaction time to see that there were lings popping from the main, and that completing the shade then would have got them killed.
This is also really annoying. Like, even if he doesn't kill any workers, which by the way he's killing loads, like 10 already going down. This was really annoying because Fjant isn't mining from his 3rd.
God, it's
I mean, the supplies look even, the workers look even, but like if you're even, you're behind probably.
Yeah.
I mean, he even got a scout on the lair, so like Geralt sending the adepts through into the mains, or the lair start to morph. So all round, it's not looking so rosy for Fjant. I mean, we saw last game when his early game was good, and he got into the mid game with a worker lead that like he still couldn't really capitalize on his aggression. So I really don't know what's going to happen on this one. Geralt's making a forge.
Geralt's attacking his own pylon. Oh, exactly, to stop block mining. Yeah, okay, that's
He has a forge, but he actually already knows he has a forge, so he's going for 1-1 upgrades. It kind of works, you know, like when you keep it from the early game. You're just like, I can use it. It's fine.
The armor upgrades are underrated in this matchup, and you'll hear Zergs occasionally complain about it, like they're not able to kill Zealots.
Tanky Zealots are really rough. Yeah.
And so I do appreciate that he's going for 1-1 on these. Is Blink already done? No, his Blink is not done.
Yeah, +1 just finished, and with the battery here, I feel like Fjant really can't take this fight. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, no. The Stalkers are in a bad position, and without Blink being done, everything dies here.
Very nice for Fjant then to pick up a few kills. I mean, it's mostly these Oracles being so far out of position. They're just kind of in the middle of the map for no real reason. Geralt does bring them back, use a bit of energy to clear these lings off. Nice little run by for Fjant, and gives them the army supply lead again. But I really don't feel like the army is the worry. He's always up in army. It's always down in workers, and that's what concerns me in these games. Does look like he's going to be going aggro again, but I think that he played this last series, and he played it maybe game 3. He played like Queen Walk with the Hydras. I didn't love it then. I still don't love it now.
Yeah. But again, I feel like he's actually whittled the Stalker count down quite a lot. And even getting more now. Okay, Blink is done this time, so he's able to regroup the Stalkers. Able to warp more in at this base, but there's a... Okay, no, it's stabilized better than I was expecting here.
I think he's on quite a lot of gates.
Yeah, 9 gates.
9 gates. So every warping around, he just gets so many more Stalkers. We're now equal in supply as Fjant's aggression begins. Again, last time we played this, I didn't love the Queen pull. Still don't love it again here. Bad blink from Geralt, so these get a little more damage than he would have liked. We just need a lot of lings now through here for Fjant. I wish we would just bring an Overlord for the creep spread.
Yeah.
We haven't got one.
There's enough lings that are sort of like, the Hydras aren't like kind of like attacking constantly. And
yeah, he doesn't actually have Hydra speed, he has Hydra range.
Oh,
so the Hydras are like mega slow. I think that is really abusable with these Stalkers, like they just clear the lings and blink back. Yeah.
Well,
again, these queens, I just feel like they don't do anything.
Oh no.
There we go. That's it for game 2.
Sad game for Fjant, and you got to respect it. Like he's trying. He is trying things. He's trying to force Geralt into uncomfortable positions. Now, again, beautiful hatch block here. But again, Geralt is very calm. Gets the forge. Squeezes the adept out. The adept is also pretty big to get out there. Like, with the cannon,
yeah, that was really nice.
But it's still nice for him. And a few good trades, like a few picking up Stalkers. Fjant is really trying to make things happen. But unfortunately, it's like Geralt is just like really ready. He is in every position he needs to be. And it makes it really difficult to sort of like know what's best thing to do for Fjant. Like, do you go, all right, you've just played 2 very aggressive styles. Do you think you're able to actually do it, or do you go, all right, you full send it? Like, if you played macro in the first set and it didn't work, now you're playing sort of like aggression in the second set. Like you've got to try something.
Yeah, and I like what he's tried so far. It hasn't paid off just yet, but you know, there's still time, and it only takes a few little minor mistakes to things to snowball and start going your way. I also don't think he has a huge number of options.
Yeah,
like in games like that, the early game went so badly that like he was put all in. Like you're forced to all in.
100%.
So it's like if I could macro out of that, if he could macro out of that, I'm sure he would have.
Yeah,
he thinks in that spot like, this is my best chance to win, and that's the game plan for that one. We're going to game 3 on Incorporeal.
Incorporeal.
Wait, is that right? Incorporeal. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's it.
I don't know what it means, to be fair.
So corporeal means to
do
have
with
like
the
a
body?
physical,
Yeah,
like
so
a physical body. So incorporeal
without
means
a
like
physical form.
spiritual. Yeah, it's like a spiritual, like kind of.
I feel like we've gone through the dictionary now, like the thesaurus for every possible meaning, like allusion to physical, like spirits and souls and.
Yes, I'm surprised there isn't a Korean player called Incorporeal. That would actually make a lot of sense.
Not bad.
All right, well, it is actually happening very quickly, quicker than I expected. Match point for Geralt for the. Would this be a perfect run?
Yes.
Yeah,
and I haven't said yet. He told me.
Did he drop a map?
He wants to win one without dropping a map. That's his goal. That's his aim. All the previous ones, he dropped a map. We're seeing the bracket on screen now. This is all of the 3-0s, but even in groups, he hasn't dropped a map. And even previous LAN events, he has dropped in groups.
Yes.
So this time he's trying to go for that clean sweep, which is kind of stunting on everyone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. Yo, it absolutely is.
Kind of.
And I'm all for it, to be honest. Frankly, if you've got the skill to do it, you may as well go for it.
But it's telling that he's like, I want to have a perfect run.
Yes.
Like dropping a map is bad, and I guess I guess Fjant now stands against him, trying to stop that. This is a more normal opening, so just standard hatch.
And again, we're gonna have to see how this one plays out, but this generally puts the ball into the Protoss' court for the Protoss to decide how they want to open. Generally, with Geralt, it is a Stargate. That is the most solid and consistent way to play. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see until about that 2:15 mark, where the Cybercore finishes and you know the Protoss get to decide what to do.
Yeah, similarly from the Zerg, it could be like early Roach play, Ravager bust, Bane bust, something a bit weird. It kind of has fallen out of favor, especially like the early mid and mid game pushes, just because of the recent patch changes that have made Oracle's quite a lot stronger in the early game. Batteries kind of nerfed, but actually quite good still in the early game.
Yeah, that's still
Stalkers have got a bit of a buff with the build time, and like all of these things have kind of contributed.
Yeah, there's lots of little things for the early game.
Yeah, they kind of make the early game actually pretty easy for the Toss to kind of weather that early aggression. So we kind of don't see like random roach pushes and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think what would be better is like but again, I think it would be so telegraphed, but like a 3.5 base like Hydraling Bane, kind of like just really full send it. You get like 150 supply by like 7 odd minutes, and then you just like ram down the throat of the Protost's third.
Yeah, I guess the problem is that you're always going to run into loads of Blink Stalkers that are really tough to deal with.
Yeah.
And a lot of Storm, and it's a Storm that
I think
really shuts the
the
Hydras
idea
down.
is that you try and hit before Storm, I think,
Yeah.
definitely, but I can't remember the exact timings or whether it's been figured out since then. I haven't seen it in ages, so it's probably got figured out, and it probably was because Protoss was consistently getting Storm in time, because that does just hard deal with it.
Yeah, first Adept going to head across the map, and it has a little bit of time to play around on the map before speed is done. Again, obviously taking a lot of damage from Geralt's Oracles, but mostly Adepts as well in the game previous. So he's wants to be extra careful on that, wants to be extra, precise and on point.
Yes,
Let's deal with that. Let's not take that damage if we can avoid it. So let's see how he does so far. I think it's really hard with the hatch block that Geralt did.
Yes.
Does put his Fjant's first two bases really far apart, which does give the Adepts a lot of room to maneuver. But Fjant, I think, maybe on top of it.
and
Yeah,
again,
I feel like he could have finished that shade.
I also thought he was going to finish that shade, but again, Geralt likes to play really reserved. And now, like I say, he takes a better trade versus these lings on the map than he would
should
have.
get both of these out.
And he keeps them out.
They're going to head to the third to try and defend the third. We have seen some play around the third, and he hasn't been as tight as he should have been for sure. And it got sniped like a couple times.
Yes.
But not so this time.
I think this time he's going to be all right. Like, he's got two in a decent position. There aren't that many lings. Nothing is too wild going on here. He is building a second Oracle. I assume there's going to be a third one as well. But there's the Twilight Council. I was wondering where the Twilight Council would be.
Yep. So it looks pretty much the same as all the other games that we've seen so far.
Yeah.
I mean, these haven't head out onto the map so much, and this wall is slightly wonkier than it normally be.
Yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. I think the interesting thing here. Okay, yeah, there's the Forge going down as well. I was about to say, just the Twilight Council on its own. I always put the Twilight Council and the Forge down
At the same
together.
time?
So,
Yeah.
it's just like a. Otherwise, I forget my upgrades. So,
Yeah. But the reason I point that out is for the +1 timing on the Blink Stalkers just makes them that little bit more better.
Exactly. Yeah.
2 workers going down to the first 2 Adepts, and in general, this has been a pretty clean early game from Fjant. You can kind of tell that, in the other games, he's less practiced, where he played more aggro, like 12 pool and proxy action, that sort of thing, because he just took much more damage to the counter-attack, versus in these games where he's, barely lost workers to the Adepts and barely to the Oracles.
4 lings held off 2 Adepts, for 2 or 3 shades this time. Now, this shade, I think, is not going to finish.
Not going to finish. I
thought it was going to finish.
I think that's too aggro, and it's just, there's obviously always going to be, a lot more lings on the way. Does get a creep tumor on the way out.
Yeah. I like that it prompts Fjant to just put creep tumors as far down forward as he can. Oh, he's going to commit and try and get this base, I think.
Yeah, using the Oracle energy is quite expensive, not money monetarily, but energy-wise. And doesn't even cancel it.
Oh,
that is bad from
that's
Fjant.
painful.
Fjant, I think, was looking over here and trying to, focus on his counterattack, but losing that base is obviously really expensive.
Now he recalls the Oracles while killing 6 drones on the other side at
Oh,
the third,
no.
and suddenly...
Yeah, I was worried I spoke too soon
really
when he said,
difficult.
he hasn't taken damage from the Oracles, and then, from the Oracles or the Adepts, and then this happens.
And again,
I think these might get caught here now,
This
though.
is just so incredible, right? I would have shaded those Adepts in the first time, maybe got 2 or 3 drones, right? What does Geralt do? He goes to the 4th, kills a 4th base, then goes back in and gets 6 drones, and buys time for himself. Incredible stuff.
Yeah, it's really nice to see, little adaptations and things like this. He knows Fjant loves to run by with the lings. He's I can recall the Oracles. They still got enough energy after killing your hatch. And then I can run the Adepts in because I know your lings are across the map.
So the natural is actually open here, but yeah, he can wall it.
Yeah, with the probe in the way he's doing all right.
Oh.
Rough for Fjant so far. I think the unit's lost. Oh my god, 3x. But it's not good. It's not good. And a lot of these are drones as well. 9 drones is a tricky one for sure.
25 lings as well.
He is going to go straight for the muters.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No. Because it's blink. It's always blink. He's always going with the blink.
Yeah.
So you're going to start deal with a lot of stalkers that are just starting to pressure into this base, into your 4th, which is delayed even further. So you're eventually going to have to pull the muters to the front.
Yes,
I think he just right-clicks his base, and I think he might get it because he's a +1 link.
Yeah.
But always a cancel from Geralt.
So
and a lot of lings going down for that. So now we have even fewer lings. So when the stalkers come across, here's the options. We bank our gas up and we make muters. But then I have to pull the muters in to defend the stalkers, or I spend all my minerals on lings to defend the stalkers. And then why did I make a spire?
A spire, Spire does nothing. He doesn't have a lot of energy on these oracles, so like you have to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, I think this one got refilled.
Oh,
So it's doing okay. Really nice proc on that first stasis trap to just get a single ling. I have no idea how they do it. Every time I try and play against a stasis trap or a Widow Mine, I like drag it into all of my units. And I lose everything.
You get everything at all. So the good thing about the about the mutas here is like, is potentially that Geralt hasn't been like looking hard in like the bases for the tech. So if they get across the map unscouted, they have a good chance to do like a real like good shot.
I was gonna say they're unscouted, but they're not, because he's only seen lings, and at some point when you've only seen lings, you're like, why are you only making lings? Like again, I know you have gas.
Oh my god, the
storm is already done. So these lings, even with plus one, already going down.
The mutas go though. Nothing here immediately. Good reaction time by Geralt.
Yeah, I think he knew quite early because the cannon is already done.
Oh my god.
Phoenix on the way, so these mutas all will eventually go down.
As Fjant here, you gotta be joking me, right?
He's
how do you do this?
Yeah, it's just like there's just levels. There's just levels to it.
I'm convinced, right, that Geralt is actually a time traveler.
Oh, he already knew.
He already knows what Fjant is gonna do, and he's just like playing the game.
I mean, I can't blame Fjant for playing it. Like, it's worth a try.
Yeah,
but, like,
absolutely.
It's gimmicky. It relies on the toss being like, really, like not seeing at all, not like having any inkling. We're like, whoa, what the hell?
It's a
There's
nice
loads of
sucker
mutas
punch,
out.
isn't it?
Yeah. But in this game, he's even going to go into more Phoenix with the upgrade.
God, what is the upgrade called again?
Anion Pulse Crystals.
Anion Pulse Crystals.
Can you believe I know that? God, that's sad.
No respect. It was on the tip of my tongue, but I forgot.
What's this one called?
Baneling Speed.
Yeah.
Centrifugal hooks.
Yeah, that's right. The reason he's doing it is because Fjant is so committed to the mutas.
Yes.
Like, there's just no off ramp. There's no way he can go here. So he's stuck on the muta tech, and then he's going to run face first into once you've upgraded Phoenix. Well, and now Tempest as well, which Geralt is obviously addicted to.
Yeah.
Even here, like, the Stalkers can kind of deal with it.
Yeah.
I think he should reveal the Phoenix. Yeah, I think they were just on the wrong side of the map, basically. They were kind of defending this base while the Stalkers defended over here. But now these Phoenix are able to chase these mutas down. I mean, there's not even that many mutas. I mean, more coming. He's trying to make as many as he can. And, to be charitable, big worker count behind this. He's getting towards maxing out, but, like, on what? We're maxed on mutas, we're maxed on lings, so, like, we attack in. We're going to, like, get stormed. We're going to run into Archons. Like, ling muta against Archon is so painful. And even then, like, it's ling muta... It's ling and muta into Phoenix and Archon. So
and here we go. Now the Phoenix muta dance begins, and with Anion Pulse Crystals, it is really hard.
Yeah. But it's basically impossible. You need the toss to like stop concentrating on the micro here, and obviously like he's concentrating, which is why he's starting to float a lot of money. But it kind of doesn't matter. I mean, he's losing a lot of these.
I want to say,
Phoenix. A lot. That wasn't as clean as it should have been. That's for sure.
There was a point. This is like Heart of the Swarm, where mutas were actually a bit slower, and Phoenix is like it was really easy to deal with this. But nowadays, the mutas flick back and they can like snipe it.
The main reason that went so well for Fjant is because Geralt didn't expect him to stay in the mutas. He was he knows I got Phoenix, so he's not going to make more. But he did in fact stay. This is a nice look forward, and there's a mine there which Fjant obviously sees. The problem is now that like every rotation around is revelated, so he's going to be following these pretty closely.
And Storm hurts everything here, so hard.
And the Archons as well, because the air units snack even more than the ground units do.
On the right there, big fight. And again, Geralt's just like, hey, this is my base. I'm expanding.
Yeah, I mean, the Stalkers are just so good. Even, if you go on the like help menu, it says that Stalkers counter lings, and yet, they seem to be doing pretty okay.
Okay, we do have mutas and corruptors in the third base as well, but they're not able to do much.
Only a few units going down.
He's got Archons sitting there.
And static defense. Mothership is even here.
Got
Tempest
the biggest stasis ward in the world on the right there. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, they're really like stretching each other's like attention span on both sides, but really, obviously, I think Geralt is set up so nicely. We were saying earlier how it's like easier to be aggressive than it is to be defensive.
Yes.
But
it's hard
now it's kind of hard to be aggressive as well when he's set up in like such a nice spot with the cannons and the batteries up. He's like, these are my 4 bases. I can hold these pretty well. If you're doing a good job of denying the 5th, but I don't really see where we're going here. He's going to be into the Ultra Tech.
Okay, yeah, I like it. There's not really much out that deals well with Ultras. And even if he continues into like Tempest or Carriers, like again, they don't deal with ultras particularly amazingly
Yeah,
either.
yeah. It's weird, but like air units are kind of weak to ultras. It's mostly because they don't kill them quickly,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
ultras can get on top of the ground units really nicely.
And normally it's your High Templar. They are the ground support units. That
Yeah, I really thought Fjant was struggling in this one when the mutas came out and like didn't get anything done, and then
Yeah,
we lost
yeah,
quite
yeah.
a few. Like I think straight away, we've lost 20. I think straight away we lost like maybe 10 quite early on. But Fjant has switched much more into the corruptors, which are really good as the game kind of progresses because this will start to get good against the Tempest.
Yeah, exactly. Especially since Geralt favors the Tempest, the Sky Toss so much. But he does not rush to get there. He does not gimmick his way there. He's always going to have Storm. He's always going to have Archon. And
Yeah.
And again, Geralt like moves his units like a composition, as you should. You know, like he never leaves parts of the army alone that like would die if they were left alone.
Yeah.
He's always very babying like that. You'll always see the Tempest with support.
Yeah, that's for sure. Bit of a Bane bust coming through to clear some of this static defense on the high ground.
Yeah.
But I think Geralt just replaces it.
Yeah.
It's generally a good trade for Geralt there.
Again, it's only
I think
minerals.
those Phoenix
right?
went down again. Geralt keeps making Phoenix and then just losing them.
Oh wait, only 3 have gone
No,
down.
I think you're right actually. I think they
There
didn't
must
die.
be. Yeah.
Oh no, they're back here with the army.
Ah, yeah.
Bit of a surround coming through and decent Bane hits get mostly onto Stalkers.
Yeah, there are some Archons in the back, but they're not able to get through on their hits
Yeah,
off.
that was nice so far. Really
Yeah.
quick pick off on the mothership. I think Fjant even could fight some of these with the corruptors, start to like whittle down the unit count as much as he can. I don't think Geralt wants these particularly.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
I think
surprised he committed
like
so many.
carriers or void rays or something is probably better than the Phoenix. But
Yeah,
we'll
like I said,
see.
I'm surprised he committed to so many. But like now you've got them, you don't want to like throw them away completely. Maybe if he got all of the mutas, then he'd be like, all right, yeah, they are kind of useless now. But
I feel like it's worth pointing out Fjant's ability to make a game out of really tight spots. There's often many times I'm like, this is bad for Fjant. This is, we're winding down. This is probably, a rough spot. And then he just kind of gets towards maxing out, gets towards like a good spot. And especially against Risky, he was like, nah, I'm going to go for a base trade. And then he ends up winning. And that's always really impressive. So it does look like he loses a lot of units there. But he's replacing it all with
yeah, and
Ultras.
this is the first time Geralt has seen the Ultras, I believe. So now we've got to see his reaction attack. These Stalkers cannot stand and fight. We're going to blink them over the other side.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
they're
nice.
just going to blink back and forth indefinitely.
But now
I
the
guess.
Tempests are
That's
left
really
alone
nice.
support,
Like you said,
yes.
they're always protected until they're not, and he catches them really out of position. This is really nice. I think Geralt honestly is scrambling to deal with the Ultras a bit, and that's why his kind of defense here has been quite rough. Fjant went all the way around, but is finally going to try and bust through this position on the high ground.
Yeah,
Looks
but
good
this
so
actually
far.
looks really scary. I mean, the supply is obviously still strong for Geralt, but this felt like a successful attack.
Yeah, and losing these queens is a bit rough.
Yeah.
Like you feel like queens in the late game like can't be that good, but the transfuse are honestly really helpful here. Fjant is starting to push in, big blink forward onto
oh my
the
God, yeah,
Ultras.
surrounding
Seems
the
a bit
Ultras,
crazy, but it's going to work.
Oh, both of those were in red health for so long, and they still getting swipes off. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, the Corruptors going down now is really bad as the Sky army is still quite strong for Geralt, so
Yeah,
Fjant is going to
even
have
the
to replace
mothership.
that. Here it's the gas bank that we're looking at, and Fjant is
Oh.
out and gone. I mean, it's on 8 Ultra, so like he's not hurting too bad. That's still really nice to have. Geralt's not actually maxed. He can be. 4 Tempests coming through at a time is kind of crazy. So I think he will be, again,
well,
maxed
run by
rapidly
into the
pretty quick.
natural, and it gets in.
Really nice, really nice. If you can get in here and start messing with the tech, start being really irritating, and especially if you can drag the army from the front and start to
Yes.
bust through
Yeah,
this
yeah,
base,
yeah.
because Geralt is full walled over here, and this base, I feel like he can take it, but so far hasn't. This
Okay,
Rumbai
and
is getting
as
pulled
soon
off.
as he sees the armies there, he busts in on this base, and you love to get to see that.
I just said pulled off, and then you said busted. I feel like don't clip that. It's fine.
It's fine.
Geralt's
It's fine.
running here, but I mean the air is uncontested. There aren't enough Corruptors here at all. He is going to lose this base, and which, like we said, bad for Geralt. Definitely really good move for Fjant. He does trade pretty badly to get there, and overall, like obviously he's going to be have traded worse so far, but he has more of the map. I'd love to see him get like more bases. This one isn't yours, so you should take this one. You know?
Yeah. Like play to what would hurt the opponent the most in the long run.
Yeah.
You don't want a split map situation versus Geralt.
Yeah, no, that's
Right.
100% right.
So you have to take one of his bases at some point.
Yeah, it's going to be annoying with these lings again.
Yeah, this time going into the third. Though
This I
quite a
don't
few
love,
cannons,
because this is mined out and there's loads of cannons here. Definitely here is the right move. And he has Burrow, and there probably isn't a huge amount of protection.
Does he have Adrenal Gland?
Good question.
Yes.
Yeah, I got to.
And there's something going on in the 9 o'clock base over here.
It's the Phoenix, which definitely is losing this time.
Yeah. I would like to see some Zealot run by down towards that.
I don't know that he can afford it, but yeah, I think you're right.
Oh yeah, true.
But sometimes the people will lose their units on purpose.
Yes.
Because they're like, I can't be bothered with these Phoenix anymore. I'm not going to control them properly. They're messing up my control groups and that. So sometimes I'll be like, okay, it's time for them to go away. I think that might have been what happened here. Geralt looking forward again, so aggressive. He's so aggro onto these Stalkers. I think he misclicked because he just recalled the Oracle for not really any reason. That dives deep here on top of the Mothership, then the Oracle, and now these Tempests. There are so many here, though. I think that's 13 Tempests
and
here.
the Ultras die underneath. The Ultras lose battle underneath, which means the Archons are uncontested. And that, you have to back off the Corruptors now.
Yeah, this might be the end. I know I've called it a few times, but now he's really uncontested.
And look, there's a Zealot run by going on to the left side.
Yeah, he finally finds the space to get some Zealots over here.
He's an absolute god.
Just did what you told him to.
Yeah.
And then the game
I'm
ends.
a god. I told you, Geralt plays how I think I should play, you know?
The tough spot here is the Immortal count. It's really stuck to rise. So there's 2 with this army, and there's 2 back at home. And these just absolutely chew through the Ultras. And then, Fjant was kind of standing and fighting. He killed the Mothership, which was like, cool, I'm going to stand and fight. But the kind of fight on the ground was not going so well. He still never really got up to, like, the number of Corruptors that he needs. I think he killed quite a few Tempests. 9. But, like, look at the trade on the air units. It's so rough. And 17 Ultras is so expensive. Like, losing this base is rough. And it's nearly mined out. I mean, the gas would be nice to still have, but he needs to keep his income high so that he can keep playing this style, like this really aggressive, like, trading style. So far, I think he's struggling to get very far with it.
And now losing bases run by, not able to do anything. And Fjant is making a final push with Corruptors onto that base, just caustic spraying. I would use the slang term we normally use for that.
So yeah, 8 workers going down. Honestly, not that bad, because he actually doesn't have enough places to put the workers he does have.
Okay, well, do you know what to do when you can't beat Zerg units? You make Protoss units by using Infestors and Neuroparasites.
That's what I was going to say, and he was floating quite a lot of gas. So we could kind of steal some of his units.
That's exactly what he's going for. He has got the neural upgrade about to finish. He had a few Infestors pop.
6 is a good number.
So, yeah. I mean, you actually might even worth going after the Archons here and then splash damaging on the Tempests.
I think the Archons are good. I think the Tempests are really good because they do friendly bonus damage to other massive air units. So that's really nice to have.
I like the splash here, though. I feel like there's a lot of clumping there.
Yeah. I think there's one good fight left in Fjant here.
Yeah.
I hope we get to see it. I hope we get to see a good fight. Geralt maxing out once again. Fjant also getting pretty close. I really need Fjant to take another base, and this map is so rough because there just aren't really good bases to take, which has kind of worked in Fjant's favor so far. Like, this base has become important for Geralt.
Because Geralt hasn't taken the bottom left base, right?
Yeah.
And then now, as we talk about it,
I mean, he can take it now because Fjant actually broke his wall for him.
Yeah.
Like how much damage they do to Ultras.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he has loads, but just one shot on Ultra from miles away. It's really hard to play against. Let's see what Fjant can do. These can stay in the ground and can Euro, and there's no detection here for Geralt. Oh, that's
interesting.
Not that annoying, to be fair.
Yeah.
One big fight in
and there are some Infestors that aren't borrowed. And again, you don't want to do that to get the game away.
You don't want to get a few in the ground, that's for sure.
He's trapped in one Stalker and behind the rocks.
To be fair, it can blink out or recall.
It can, but I like that it's guarding there. There's nothing ranged that can hit it.
This is the fight that Fjant wants to take. Maybe not as the storms come through. He does steal an Archon, and then kills it off. So like he's kind of using it more like a Viper. But now Geralt has seen the tech and he knows what's coming through. Immediately starts 2 more High Templar to replace the Archon he lost. Fjant is stacking these units and it's really scary.
On the way as well. Yeah, he realizes, hey, I don't have an Observer with my main army. That could be dangerous.
Again, Geralt's just trading so well. You saw Fjant kind of go for the Neural, but not quite get in range. So he's trading Corruptors all the time. Fjant sends his ground army down to the bottom here, and I think he'll do a really good job taking out this base.
6 Ultras.
Mostly, I think he wants to catch this army disjointed, because the ground units kind of move ahead of the slower air units, and he wants to try and pick them up.
Here we go.
Big fungals onto everything. Teals all of the Tempests, so they're fighting each other. this is the fight that he needs really, really, really badly, as a lot of the Tempests go down in the sky. But behind it all, I don't know that there's enough on the ground. The Storms are big onto the Corruptors, and these Corruptors are all so low, and he's going to get Archoned as he gets the last few Tempests taken out. But now we don't even care about the Sky units. Like, yes, we killed off all the Tempests. All of the Corruptors are now useless, and we can't fight this ground force at all.
Whoa.
More Ultras on the way, and I feel like this number of Immortals plus Archons just deals with it.
That definitely hurt. That definitely made him bleed. However, he is now mad, and he is now coming across the map. And I don't know if Fjant is going to be able to have enough. It was a fantastic fight and a great effort.
Yeah, he recalls as a few units to defend the top base over here. But I feel like Geralt's just going to rotate through. And I feel like this is the start of the beginning of the end for
The
Fjant.
start of the beginning of the end.
I feel like he needs lurkers here, and he just can't get them.
Yeah,
like, he's just so far away.
And he's like hard stuck building ultras again and again because he's lost like 25 ultras now.
This period of the game is so tricky. There was a recent game of Serral against Classic that demonstrates it really well, where like, okay, you go Sky Toss, I make anti-air units. When I make loads of anti-air units, you can just make ground units.
Yes.
And now I lose. Like, my units are just worse than
I've been telling you
units.
this. When you lose your big Sky Toss army, you want like 15, 30 to 20 gates.
Yeah, and just warp in a million Stalkers and go. And that's really hard for the Zerg, because even now, like, quite a lot of his supply is stuck in Corruptors that like aren't that helpful. But then what you can do is when all of the Corruptors have died to like your ground units, you can go back in and start making Tempests again, because you know the Zerg can no longer afford, well,
exactly,
this Zerg can't afford anything. So this is Fjant's very, very, very last army.
You gotta Sky Toss is a bait so that you can kill the Zerg with ground. Alright, I'm a big believer in that.
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing it here. This is such a scary ground force. Like, Stalkers in the late game, maybe not the best, but like, what's Fjant going to do about it? The Archons, there are so many, and they do so much splash, and the Immortals behind all of this are actually going to chunk through these very few remaining Ultras. So Fjant now fishing for his last fight, really doesn't want it to be up this ramp into a big choke, but Geralt can pick and choose exactly where he takes his fight, and I feel like it's coming. Steals an Immortal, not a bad start.
This could be it as we come in here. Fjant looking to take a big fight, but Geralt has got just too much, and could it be Geralt's absolute perfect tournament? He is lining up to take it. Fjant is just fighting. I think his hands are off the keyboard. He is looking for it, and I think Geralt has, in fact, done it. GG, well played. That is it. Tournament game, tournament done.
It's all
Geralt
over.
Geralt is our Epic LAN champion. Incredible stuff.
There we go. Let's see the final replays of the tournament. I really enjoyed the new replay feature. This has been really good fun. It fills a bit of time as we set the next game up.
And like I say, incredible moves from both players.
This.
I want to give
6 worker kills after holding the early game so well.
And this was after those Adepts killed a 4th base with the help from some Oracles. But I really want to give a big shout out to Fjant as well. He played incredible this tournament. I feel like he has a lot.
By a long way, the most exciting games have been him versus Risky. And honestly, like, there's always sorry, I got distracted. Sorry. We're going to try and set up a winner interview, because normally we play on the stage, right? And there's a big trophy ceremony. Sorry, let's see if we can get him to come.
Incredible stuff. And again, big shout out to Fjant. The incredible stuff, exciting games all the way around. His set versus Risky was one of the most interesting.
I think that's my series. That's what I'm going to say. Oftentimes with many tournaments, there's like a really interesting like semi-final. And then like the final is kind of mid. And it's kind of like anticlimactic. And this was fun. Like, I think Geralt showed some really good games and showed, like, once again how strong he is. But you know, ultimately, Fjant just not quite getting there. And his series against Risky, sealing the deal. That was it for me. Fjant versus Risky was the series of the tournament.
Like I say, incredible stuff, and I really liked this play. This was cool. This was like the best. This was the play that he had to make, and you know,
if he had lurkers with this, maybe it's doable. Maybe it's
playable. The ground army just dies, and it's so tough. But you've absolutely got to hand to Geralt. He is an incredible player in these situations.
And going undefeated in the tournament like he wanted to, like he said he would, I guess. Yeah, absolutely amazing scenes. It's been a really fun tournament. We're going to say a few big thank yous.
Yes.
I might go and try and find Geralt to get him for an interview.
Yeah, I'll hold down the fort.
We're going to say a few quick thank yous to production and the
Yes.
admins have been really great.
Yeah.
It's made everything way easier. There are a few times, like a few lands ago, where we didn't have like a like dedicated admin or a dedicated production, and then like things would break and we were messing around with like digital audio cables, which anyone who's worked with them knows they're the absolute pits. Do you want to interview Geralt or do you want me to?
Yeah, I'll do it if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on the edge, so we'll do this.
Yeah, that's easy.
We'll hop Geralt in for a winner's interview, and I'll say good night from me. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and thanks for watching Epic Land.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, here is the main man himself, Geralt. How are you feeling? The classic start interview question.
Pretty well, thank you.
Is it true you did this whole tournament without dropping a map? Is that
Yes.
correct? Yeah, that's what we want to hear. The perfect tournament.
It took 3 tries.
Yeah, frankly, 3 tries, more than most, you know.
Yeah, but I'm pretty happy. Some maps were super close.
Yep.
And Fjant was playing really well.
Yeah, he really was.
At some point I was thinking I throw this 4th map, so.
Oh yeah, there was some scary moments in there. The big neural parasites. Were you worried about those?
I mean, I was expecting something like that. At some point when I saw first Infestor borrow. Because usually if you want fungal, it's unborrow.
No, that makes sense.
So I was expecting something like that, but I don't know. I was thinking I have more high Templars, so just I would feedback these infestors. But then it was the bad angle for me.
Your whole army went to the left, the southeast side or southwest side, and And Fjant was really patient to have that. He had those lurkers sharking around for quite a while. So, yeah, he really waited for the correct moment, and I think he took about as good a fight as he could, but it just wasn't enough.
I mean, I had some really good advantage after early game, which went really well for me.
I want to say, and I complimented you in the game for this, but I'll tell you now as well. When you had 4 adepts and you shade to go into the main and you see a few lings, there's a few lings in there, you cancel the shade. You then go to the 4th that is building, you use the 2 oracles and those 4 adepts to kill that 4th base, and then you shade back in and get six drones. As incredible to me. As somebody who would have let that first shade finish, got maybe 2 or 3 drones and lost all the 4 adepts, I think it's incredible you're able to like get that value out of those units there.
I mean, I was pretty happy with this, how it went, especially because I didn't cancel this base, I just killed it.
You killed it, exactly, that's really good. One question I want to have about that last game as well, the muters. Did you see them coming? Because you started building... okay.
I think I used Revelation on the 4th hatch, and I saw literally 1 muta.
Right, because you started the cannon and the phoenixes before we saw that you'd seen them. So we didn't know if you just intuited that there'd only been lings for so long that you did it, or you actually saw it, but you did actually see something.
Honestly, I was expecting some Hydra link or lean.
Right,
Yeah, so...
you had Storm. And
exactly. So I was going like this way, but I saw this just 1 muta. It was very crucial because I think in other way I could lose like, I don't know, 15 props maybe.
Yeah, exactly. We were quite worried about that because... I mean, Hart was saying how you had Blinkstalkers already, and I was like, but it's the surprise of the muters coming in. They get into one base that's undefended, and you can lose that whole mineral line very quickly. So, yeah, no, really tight play. Getting Anion Pulse Crystals as well, an upgrade we rarely see. Phoenix range. You know? Yeah, that's really good. How do you feel about Phoenix Micro versus muters? I feel like it's really awkward. But it's... And, do you want to give any shout-outs and sort of anything like that?
Okay, so first I will answer the question and then shoutout. Okay, so
sure.
About the mutas, like I feel like it's pretty awkward because normally you would say it's counter, but then it's pretty hard to do this.
Yeah, because they're like running away, and they get hit off.
And mutas have splash, so it's very tough. About the shoutout, of course I want to thank my team.
Yeah.
Streamer Zone.
Streamer Zone.
It's absolutely amazing team. Thank you everybody for supporting me from the team, of course, and thanks to my Polish fans, to my other fans than Polish too, to Polish fans, dziękuję. And yeah, and thank you to my friends, family, everybody who were cheering for me. And it's amazing to be here one more time. So.
Oh, fantastic. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure. Every time you come over, you're a great pleasure. Great thing. Helping us all get a little bit better as well. We really enjoy watching your games. So I want to give a big thanks to you and to Streamer Zone for helping you get over here. Also, while we're on doing shout-outs, I should also say EPIC45 is supported by Intel and, of course, Asus ROG and Overclockers. They are the big sponsors for this event, so we want to thank them all here for helping set up this event and run it so we can have wonderful stories and wonderful events like this. Everyone in the Starcraft scene is very happy to be able to come over here, and it's getting more and more international. We have a Swedish, we had yourself from Poland, and we had Larimbo from Italy. So yeah, more and more international players. It's really good to see recognised, and I think we're going to let you go and enjoy, celebrate your victory, and bring the stream to a close. So yeah, good stuff.
Thank you, everybody, one more time.
Fantastic. All right, thank you very much. Yeah, you're good to go. Yeah, you're fine. Good to go. All right, production, take us away. Play the music. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna go have a party. It is late on this Saturday night, but we are gonna go and have a big celebration. So again, once again, thank you to everybody else for watching, and I hope everyone enjoyed.
Following stars, following feeling, following hearts. You can do it when you want to, yeah, no rush. Life is amazing, life is enough. You know where you stand when you know your stuff. You know how it goes when you know your. Oh yeah, we can do it how you want to, do it like the rest. Do it different, put it